Ah, there we go. Oh. Okay. Hello! What's good? We're gonna try Slay the Princess today. Oh yeah, let's go! Kitten time, kitten time. Oh. Oh, my eyes just started glitching out. Okay. I'm not playing Fire Emblem today, Jonathan. Ah. Jonathan is currently helping me look on eBay to find a refurbished iPad because my current iPad is too small to draw on. Does not have enough storage space because the world hates me. So, yeah. But, okay. How is everybody doing today? Yep, that thumbs up's exactly what I needed. I appreciate you, Mito. You don't even know how you're doing? Bro. Bro, you gotta work on that. Okay. Let's just dive into the game then. So, we're gonna be trying Slay the Princess. Apparently, it, I don't even know what parallax effect is, but this game got some shit going, apparently. So, but yeah, once I get that iPad going, I'ma work on a new version of my model. Cause yeah, wow, thanks. Cause I think of this model as like my 0.5 version. But I guess it is technically my 1.0, but I keep having people messaging me. Okay. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Oh, what? How did I save a screenshot? I literally just pressed W or S or something. Oh, I guess S takes a screenshot. Bro, I don't. Okay, there. Why is it not showing me my? It's only. Okay. Of course, I'm having technical difficulties from the freaking get-go with this game. 1 second. Yeah, we're pretty much still on the content warning. Okay. Nope. Fuck, I broke it again. Damn it. Okay. Try it one more time, and this time I won't. I'll keep this up, I guess, and let you guys see the gross black screen. Okay. What? Okay, why? Okay. Wait. It just. Okay. This is some actual true. Okay. I don't know why the. Oh, and then of course if I. Oh my god. Okay, well I guess I'll just. There you go, guys. Now I have to play it on non-full screen, which is annoying, but whatever. Oh! I just did a dumb. I just turned off my model. It's gonna be one of those days, apparently. Scuff to the scuff to the scuff, scuff, scuff. It's all falling apart. Yippee. Okay. Now let's start this. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess. Oh. Okay, explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna just start. Okay. We'll start with this one. Yeah, how can she end the world? Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Damn. Can't someone else do this? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some kind of reward for doing this? Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job? Sweet, sweet oblivion. Okay. So I have some options. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with... Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say then she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. We're supposed to save them, not slay them. I could just enter the basement without taking it. Wild. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Oh. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I'm just gonna go down silently. No, no. Tighten my grip. Yike, you right. Okay. Okay, yeah. What if she isn't bluffing? Doing it. Damn, girl. Jeez. Okay. Oh! Wait. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. You know, I kind of want to, like... kind of want to... Okay, I want to restart it. Just because I want to see if I'd, like, go through and kill her. Like, I want to see what happens if I just straight go through and try to kill her. Because now, in Chapter 2, I already know what's gonna happen. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Vive la revolution! Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna be big murderers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Not even gonna talk to her. Nope, she don't got no choice. Blah, blah, blah. Slay her. Wild. I just killed the princess. You also missed a lot of really bad scuffing. She has something up her sleeve. Okay. I'm gonna remove the blade. Okay. Okay, girl. I died. Technically, canonically, death count 1. Oh, you can't hear game audio? Shit. Ryu, you failed your job. There we go. Sorry. No, there's audio. Everybody's been failing me. Yeah, I've only been reading the parts that weren't read.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
Jesus.
Asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I think this is the update. Not 100% sure.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Let's talk
Just
about
be
these
quick
things
about
first.
it.
Who locked her in the
People
basement? What is
locked
this
her in
place?
that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
We killed each other last time. How can I make sure that doesn't
Like I
happen
said,
again?
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Oh wait, no. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
I've told
me?
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
Lies! We have an ad break starting in 3 minutes. Hi, Captain! Captain! If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're
I'm
the only
special.
person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
If anyone's special here, it's her. Last I checked, we can't get up from a knife in the chest.
All she did last time was stab me to death. That's it.
Great. Now,
Okay.
if you don't
The whole world's waiting with bated breath for me to save it from ruin. Okay.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll...
Okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna actually this time do word for word exactly what he tells me to do.
The
Roll!
interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it
It's
if you want to do this
different.
right.
You didn't say anything
That's
about the mirror.
because there
though.
isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. I care. I want to look at me at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. I'm gonna just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Throw the table in the mirror and then the knife. Yeah.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Okay, I'll take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Okay.
The door to
Knife,
the basement
knife,
creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I'm not trusting it. This bug. Should I just say screw it and Slayer? We reverse rescuing you, for real. Should I just say screw it and Slayer, or should I just be like, hey, drop whatever you have? Fuck it, we ball? Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Hers, at first, then yours.
Hehe.
Hee
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh. where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
What the
It's still
fuck?
lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee,
What
hinging
the
up and out of her
fuck?
body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that.
What the
Everything goes dark,
fuck?
and you die. You're on a path in the woods. No, you're what?
Oops.
The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Oh no, another voice.
We have to fight. Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Oh,
Great.
okay.
So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
We should have the option of our
Let's just stay
arson, I wish.
focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit
yeah.
I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Okay.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Real.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Okay.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately
Okay.
slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Oh no.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and
Real.
now.
Oh. Oh. Whoops. I only just realized I could do that. One second. There we go. Oh, I just realized I could full screen it, sort of.
Your internal
What
bickering
the
is cut short by the wet sound of
fuck?
slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
If I hurt again, we're gonna have to stiff up her lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. I'm gonna... I'm gonna try flirting with her.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not. I'm into it.
Real.
Can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? I just feel like I really get you. I like you. Romantically, even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date. Give her the look. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? I'm gonna give her the look.
The look. We've all used it. Yeah, do you not know about the look? The look, eh? So we're getting serious about this. You flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Oh?
Or not. Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
Fight her again, and we're gonna have a step up her lip about it. We're going to appeal to her authority. We're gonna unconditionally surrender. All these ideas suck. Okay, it doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding on only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Then you skewer yourself.
What?
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She
Okay.
skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Real.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Just want to win.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No, not really, but
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin
Oh.
twists,
Oh.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes
What?
a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
what the
A heart
fuck?
beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Wild.
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
Real.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Me too.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Alright,
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Yeah, everyone's silence. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow...
You're incredible.
What the fuck? Your weapon clashes again and again and again, and you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and the flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Okay. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else into place. Oh, I approach the mirror again. You do so. I gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. See the cabin. You are at the cabin. No church.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Oh. Wait. I don't have a way to make it look better, Hydra. Bro just has to complain. God. Now you're gonna miss things on the sides. All because of you complaining. Okay.
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of here.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Me too. I like it better than the regular voice that she uses. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of me do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me? Oh wait. Yeah.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
Okay,
You're
this time
here
I'm gonna
to
do the exact... This time... I'm gonna go
You make your way
straight
up.
there
Sure, a warning.
kill
She
her,
will. We're not going to ignore
and
him.
not do anything.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is. You
We're gonna
take the
go
blade from the
through.
table. The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Yeah.
She sounds. Don't let it. Good. You're still listening to reason. She's so. Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me?
You step forward.
Oh, I'm probably chained up in.
Blah,
So,
blah, blah.
She's unarmed.
Slay her.
You lunge for. You feel flesh eat.
oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost. Do you actually believe?
It's like she's convinced. Yes. Even as she lay, but it's over. But is it over?
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes. Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
What the
This
fuck?
is good.
Lighter.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending
This
for
isn't an
saving
ending.
the world.
In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning
What the
of
fuck,
eternity.
bro?
Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Why would I trust you?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Yeah. Maybe I'm not happy.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Bro wants me to shoot myself.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing. At least for a little while longer.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine.
Self-murder.
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay.
Yeah. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. A warning. She will lie. She won't be. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Should I approach the mirror again? Do I even need the blade? Yeah, I don't think I did.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I didn't think so.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. And as much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how things
I
play.
see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Do you know why you came
How
back?
should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
See, this is 6 minutes. Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury these bones? Sorry, I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it would be hard to do it again. Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? What do you want from me? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say I teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. Guess I should tell you why I was sent here to kill you. If you were going to end the world. I was told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? If you can go through the walls, why couldn't you just leave on your own? Okay, team, I have thoughts. If you're dead, then there isn't much. Kind of liked. Do you want me to die? Do you want to kill me to satisfy some dark
Are we
revenge
putting this to a
fantasy?
vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Wild.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Okay. Is there any way I can get you home?
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, I'm not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway.
It's more interesting if we make a choice.
If we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Oh!
Absolutely not.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That's a thought.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
If I say no, this is just temporary. Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
You're right.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better
Yeah,
of it.
okay. What are you going to do? Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
You didn't answer my question.
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Okay. What are you gonna do if I can get out of?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you.
Be my
It's a
girlfriend,
tough
ghost girl.
question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses.
the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
No. I can fix her for real. Let's see. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported, it wasn't in the woods anymore, time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us.
Real.
This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair, bro. Like, yeah, let's see. Okay. You can go through walls, can't you
I
just leave
wish
me
that's
alone?
how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
How can I make it up to you?
You already know what I want. Let me in.
Okay, but what I want to ask is, like, I didn't get to ask her if I let her possess me, if she'll give me back up, but I'm kind of over all of these other exploration questions, so I think I'm just gonna let her possess me.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours.
Is that?
In her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your...
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think straight. There's too much in the wings.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Real.
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Let's leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Real. Narrator
Yeah, but it has to be
taking.
somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen. You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Real.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
I think Voice of the Cold is like my favorite.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Claire.
Don't mention it.
Yippee!
I think this is where I meant to be.
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we
Should we
try and find her?
her?
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You're scared, but this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. So to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like
Eyes
this?
close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things as I've done
Those
before?
paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
I like that.
They are useless to us
That makes
now,
me happy, though.
inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone
Why
else I've
wouldn't I
met.
be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
Hydra, I
Do
need you to
not warn
write
her.
down
She will finally be able to hold what
Each-
she never knew.
each princess, and I will rate each princess we find. Either Hydra or Jonathan or Pingus, any of the three of you. And at the end, I will probably change my rating. Like, I'll go through and, like, triple check all of them. So you don't have any preferences? Yes. I need you to write down each of the Whoa, that's so specific. The Spectre and mutually insured destruction. Is mutually insured destruction the knife one? Because I'd give mutually insured destruction. Do we do them? Do we do them? Jonathan, were we doing apples? No, we were doing strawberries. How many strawberries out of 10? I'm saying Blade Girl is 1 strawberry. And I'm saying Spectre is 10 strawberries. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear
The
things will
vessels
be.
are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Oh. Guys, I need a mods, please delete that. Gross. Yes, track the strawberry rating, please.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Texture.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Okay. Why would I attack the entity?
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
I'm gonna save.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to preferences and see. I don't want to skip unseen text. Oh, okay. Thanks for
Don't
telling me what
mention
to do.
It's all part of the job.
Shut the fuck up, narrator.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess. A warning.
Shut up.
She will.
Shut
We're
up.
not gonna go. Ignore him.
I'm not even gonna grab the knife this time.
The interior of the cabin. The blade. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, it changed
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You are? It's been so
Just
long
checking
since
in.
anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I'd be angry if somebody walked up to me with a knife too.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
I'm just gonna
Thank you. Thank you.
fully try and like let
You're
her
making
out.
a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, he did. If there's a key, do you have any other
Maybe
ideas?
there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
So real.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh, babe.
You make your
Jesus.
way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Holy
hesitates
fuck!
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The
Ah!
clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground,
Gross.
and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. 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 Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her
The
heart.
fuck?
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't want to slay the princess. Where is it? Where's... resist?
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a
Go
cautious
away,
step
narrator.
forward.
We don't like you.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
What the fuck?
But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way
Yikes.
into your body.
I'm sorry.
Wild, man.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife
I
work
love
is,
that,
does
like,
it?
this version of her
Stab
just
wound is
doesn't
still a
even know how
stab
to use a
wound.
knife,
Won't be
and then
long
the
before
other
you
version, like,
impact.
fucking sideswept me and beat the shit out of me.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Is Crow in here?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to
Yeah. Get him in here.
Before you
Why
go
does he
any
hate
further.
me? Yeah, she stabbed us to death.
She will live.
Forget he said any. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes
Real.
to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Just like me, for real, bro.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the
Oh,
cabin
whoa.
is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
gonna save here. Gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No knife.
But there was a
Bro,
mirror a second
hello?
ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
A feather? Dude, what? See, they still won't even, like, explain what I look like.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an
I'm gonna...
intricate
My
stairwell.
headcanon is that
Gold-trimmed carpet
we are
glimmers in the
just,
light of the torches
like,
positioned along
the
the walls.
demonist-looking
Basement
version of
almost
Howl
seems
from Howl's Moving
welcoming in the
Castle.
dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
For real.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much.
No, it's
we don't
not.
even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all
No,
this
we can't.
fawning.
You're wrong.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Shut up.
Just remember, you walk down the stairs.
Oh, her
and
dress is
lock
even
eyes with the
prettier.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Real.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She said
And she
we're
called
dashing.
us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Get over yourself,
Horrible
narrator.
for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must
I've seen a
chase our
world end.
heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time?
Real.
That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
You killed me last time and it hurt a
I'm
lot.
sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She
She is kind of a
Her,
monster,
don't
Ryu.
be so quick to assign kindness.
But
You're just opening
they're
yourself
both
up to
kind of
manipulation.
monsters, so. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants
She
to
wants
make
to
us
make
happy.
me happy.
My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world
Then
to
I
end.
didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you
She
think
is
she
perfect.
has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little
Real.
horse like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a
Yo,
weapon.
what? Oops.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Real.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't
Real.
believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
For Mr.
Who needs a
Romance.
weapon when we have the power
Of love on our side.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she
no.
shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Cute. There must
I
be
just
something
want to
you
make
want.
you happy.
She loves me,
She
guys.
doesn't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Oh, the music's starting to get all funky. What would make you
I
happy?
just want to make you happy.
Is she broken?
Oh
What's
no.
going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if
Okay.
that's what makes you happy,
Oh?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
You have to want something more than just making
Okay,
me happy.
I'll find something else to
Whoa.
find if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Wild. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end, but for you, it's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always
But
get
it
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay.
Say so.
If you say so. She'll be there waiting for us.
I lied. Sorry. I approach the mirror and gaze into my reflection. Silences you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Withered. Oh, wait, I know. There we go. That should make it a lot better. Okay. Now we should be able to read the things. You find yourself in long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to
I think
reshape them yet again.
this princess gets 3 strawberries.
All
maybe 4
of me
strawberries.
is changing. and yet the
Say
rest
4,
of me is
actually.
still the same.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? Do you know what happens to the worlds we
My
leave behind?
perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. I have no opinion one way or the other on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. I'm gonna say that it
does
seems
seem
distant.
small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You still don't care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I love her. I love her. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Yeah.
You're... You make your... We're not gonna go... Ignore him.
Skip. We're going knifeless
blade.
again.
The door
Hello?
is... Don't let it... Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still... You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy...
Oh,
She's
yeah.
beautiful. I am begging you to stay...
Yeah.
Hi.
Hold on, let's talk for a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
Hmm.
Could you imagine being named Princess?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen.
It is
but
relevant.
I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Exactly.
She has to eat, right?
I'm just not here to slay you. I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you gonna do if I let you
The
out of here?
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Yeah, she must be eating
She
herself.
knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
So it's really funny playing this, like having seen some of the like really fucking crazy things.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
He's just, like, monarch phobic. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone would be happy. Just for a little bit, we can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm sorry about this, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up and it's not worth the risk. They're keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Okay.
You have to make a choice.
Do I lock her up or retrieve the blade? If I retrieve the blade, she'll probably just kill me. Because I don't really want to try to help her get out now. I'm just gonna lock her.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine, turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the
It will
plan
be the
of
death
locking
of
her
all
away.
of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay. We
Well,
can
where's
make
the
this
blade?
work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
I'm not doing
As she
anything.
violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless if I want to be.
teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Real.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
It's gonna be like a jump
Its
scare.
lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get
Oh.
out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the
Oh
cabin,
no.
unable to do anything but witness her
Oh
approach.
no.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
The princess is my
Or maybe
paralysis demon.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Until I don't die. The nightmare. Oh no.
You're on a path. You're hit.
Yeah.
A warning. She will. I don't think he doesn't.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna bring them up a little bit, but not. Okay. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior
Oh.
of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between
Should I get
you
the
and
knife?
the open, inviting basement doorway.
Should I get the knife?
The blade is your implement. Hold on. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Step off into the void between the stairs. Let's go.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious. Oh.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, Nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways.
You don't know if I would
But Lord
die.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
The eyeballs
Are
blinking
you
right there.
really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
You know what? You're
I wouldn't give it too
unreasonable,
much thought
Jonathan.
if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Real. I'm gonna do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are.
Oh!
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
She's kind of pretty like
This
this.
is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Well, she kinda...
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds... Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. And the way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Remain with your nightmare.
heart,
Mm.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
What good am I to
I
you
tried to
alive?
leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Mm.
lungs, liver.
If you need me alive, then why did you try to then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you
I
try
am
being
being
nice to me?
You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Heart, lungs, liver,
You seem miserable.
lungs, liver, nerves,
Mm.
lungs, liver.
And if I let you out, what then? Did you go on second base?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Okay, I'm changing my thing for the last princess to a 6.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
I'm jumping her up to
heart, lungs, liver.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
yeah for Damsel.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
You're a lunatic. Oh wait.
I am what I am.
liver,
It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
lungs, liver.
I'll just die
And
then.
then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
Nerves, heart,
Are you sure about that?
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. And maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me.
Liver,
And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut.
nerves,
What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
lungs, liver,
Mm,
heart, lungs,
and
liver,
if I refuse to let you out,
We're
what
stuck
happens
down here
then?
together until you change your mind.
liver.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Or until your heart finally gives out.
lungs, liver,
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
lungs, liver, nerves,
Mm.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
How about I just kill you
Oh,
instead?
that's adorable. You don't have anything that can hurt me, so do your worst.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Mm.
lungs, liver, nerves.
Does that mean you can die?
Princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably, and you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Of course I can die. I'm dying all the time, and so are you. But we're both still here, and you can't make me go away.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Okay, I'll just remain with the nightmare. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst.
Poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
Heart,
She raises a hand to her mask and
Oh.
pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
no, 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 no.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Wild.
Let me out!
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going? Or what are you talking about?
Oops,
But he
I
doesn't
think I
respond.
broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. The chapters keep going. Chapter. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear.
Yippee! Thank you for the sub.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her.
We
So
love
we
her.
have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Wild.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you.
Not
There's
necessarily.
no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Wild. What if we don't go
We've
to the cabin?
tried that.
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her.
The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make
There's
sense
nothing
of them?
worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I think they're all
Of course
wrong.
we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I could pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
Okay, let's just go.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces. She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take it, it's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Yeah, it's about slaying a princess.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the
Spider
moment
Twin.
feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
For real.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Nightmare Princess gets a 3. 3 strawberries. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash
Smash it.
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
It feels okay. The fears. Oh, I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet.
The game was always going to end.
I'll be free of all of you. I'm
Real.
ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again, but the mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know
Do you think there are people out
it.
there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're
We
real?
are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart.
Wait, so a moment of clarity is different from the nightmare? Oh, okay, then I'd give that one a 4.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Actually, no, I give her a 5. I changed it again. Sorry. Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't... When I find him... He does. He does. He does. He does. When I find him, you and I are gonna finally have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
That's true. How many more vessels do I need to bring in?
One. Whatever you bring me next will
Aww.
be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me
These
to bring in?
gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back, I'm just going to stay here. Yeah, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Is this like... Yeah, it was 5 strawberries. So like, will the ending change
I'll
depending
be
on
here,
who I've grabbed?
waiting
Or
for you.
like... Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the... You're here to slay...
Yes. Yeah, what do I do to get the favorite one?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Sorry, I was reading something. Oh, an ad's gonna start in 3 minutes. Oh! You have to make sure to trigger it by attempting to lock the princess in the basement and then coming back. Okay.
A warning. Before you go any... She will lie. We're not going to go through... Ignore him.
I'm assuming the thorn ending should be no
the
knife.
interior of the blade.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
The door to the basement. Her voice
Yeah,
Hello?
is. Don't let. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
It says something else. It says you make sure to trigger it by attempting to lock the princess in the basement and then coming back. Okay. Not. Okay, so I have a really... So apparently this one triggers the witch root and then it leads to the... And then if she stabs you, it leads you to the thorn root. Okay.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat? I am begging you to stay.
Hi.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Go back up to... Retrieve the knife. Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna do this one.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the...
So, what? You're going to try and kill me? You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these...
Slip these chains? She has to be bluffing, but... You rush up to the first floor, grab... Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. Is it just me?
Jesus.
Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Investigate the arm
As you
without
step towards
shutting
the
the
severed
door.
limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
Okay.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free. You should understand. It just isn't worth the risk.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right?
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
To the witch.
You're on a path in
Okay.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
You give her the
And
blade.
in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her.
In this one.
A warning. She will don't
Blah, blah, blah.
The
Oh,
interior of the
whoa.
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs.
Real.
She doesn't have to know we have it.
Seriously.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Should have done that from the beginning.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I love the fact that, like, if the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Is said they literally recorded that line one time and they just keep reusing it.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Fuck you, narrator.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You
Real.
need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the
Oh,
dark
whoa,
room
she's
below.
got a tail. That's sick.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
I'm just glad you didn't
Just
overreact.
focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's
Take it
chat her
seriously.
up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Explore, I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? Get a sense you're not exactly happy to see me. I didn't do shit to you last time. You're the one who locked me away until I died. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone's here, you shouldn't be trusted. It's you. Look, I know. Things got messy last time. But I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those things on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. I'm going to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to do it. Okay. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
There we go. Oh, sorry.
As do I. Abstain?
Real.
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade. We're giving her the blade. Yeah, never mind. That was such a silly idea. I'm not going to give her the blade. She clearly hates us. Don't do it!
You're
Exclamation
going
mark.
to
No,
get
we're giving it to
everyone
her.
killed. You know that, right? But of course.
But of course you do.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's
Real.
a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
It's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it, so now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We could be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this seems like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. I'm going to just let her choose. Well, let's see.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then
Okay.
she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
That's what my legs look
I
like.
did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You die.
You're on a path in the woods. Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the
Real.
whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
Real.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game
The game is rigged.
Doesn't even matter
It's
if
rigged.
she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've had enough of these annoying little secrets. If you want us to do this, you have to let us in on your game already. All of your game. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
What? For now, she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin. Seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride. Yeah. No. Close.
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
You're the smartest in the
I'm
room.
not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that.
Real.
Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself. Sure, we'll see what she has to say for herself, but don't forget that whatever she says is likely just as much lies as what he's been telling us. We should keep our cards close to our chest. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is, and you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters.
My
The
position's the
princess
only one
is
that
a threat.
matters. Me,
She's
me,
a
me,
threat to
me, me, me,
and
me.
most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior
Whoa.
of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her.
You want to get all chummy with her.
Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
I mean, that's pretty valid.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not
That's
how
not
this is
how
supposed
this
to
is
work.
supposed to work.
Of course we don't get to make a
Me,
choice
me,
about
me,
the
me,
blade.
me, me, me.
Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that
why
mirror.
didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something. Yeah, it counts for something. He's either a liar or he doesn't hold all the cards. But I think we already knew it had to be one of those. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? I lock you away and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I'm gonna find a way out of here for good. I don't want to know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk, really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
Aww.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Explorer, yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen if you killed me? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice life. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm just as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Reach for the blade. Prison of your own making.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Technically, I never hurt you. Ever.
Her eyes
Like,
dart
not
away
even
from yours
one
for a brief
time
moment.
in this run.
And I've
She
also
hurt
you.
herself. I went upstairs to get a blade. She hurt herself and hurt herself and hurt Well, and then hurt me, and then hurt me, and then hurt me. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
Poor
It
girl.
feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
So I'm putting the witch at a 9, by the way. And then
I think you're right. She's as
I
much
need
a
to finish
victim
the
to all of this
judgment
as
for this
we've
one.
been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her.
because the witch was pretty fucking sick, dude.
Or, hear me out, we slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move.
Oh, there's blood on the knife right now. That's cool.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time.
He should not get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I wouldn't fucking kill you after I told you I wasn't gonna kill you. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. That's fucking wild, bro.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the
Real.
right course of action.
I
Free this
almost
princess.
misclicked on it. I've almost misclicked so many different times.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Is that really all you've got? Threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
Real.
Our blade
I love that
didn't
there's
even
like
leave when
blood
I said
coming
that.
out of the
Yeah,
thorns
you're right. He's
now
a bit of a
too.
nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You
Poke,
rescued
poke,
me.
poke, 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 poke. I just really hate the people who put us here. Of course I did, because I want
She
to flirt with you.
smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Dude, you got some thorns around your boobies.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes.
I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Should I cut them or I'll cut them?
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Oh, whoops.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Oh, well.
It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care
Real.
what happens now.
Me
That's all
too.
I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands
Aw.
clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
I'll put this one as a 8. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the
This-
mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Nothing? You're nothing at all. Is that a crow? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the... Wait. Oh, I don't want it that small. Veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Alright. Am I a crow?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Fucking crow? Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms in another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what the hell are you? Then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess? Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see this, was I? What's this place? Where are we?
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you?
Oh,
Something
I'm
like
nothing
me?
like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Does it hurt when
It
pieces of
doesn't
you break off like that?
hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did
Any
you
other
lie to me?
version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
Real.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Bro knows everything. If you made me, then what am I? And what is my
You're
true
the
identity?
non-quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
That's ridiculous, bro. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me, a god. I always knew I was special. I'm pretty sure death is... yeah, like... why would you want to get rid of the world of
If you need to ask that
death?
question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I think you're out of time. I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good, Rusty's even gonna destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I still have to see what she thinks of all of this. I think you're out of
So I
time.
am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin, one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories that we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? What you have to say in all this? Why is this all falling to me? Let's talk this through. Still have so many questions that I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of doing anything? Did it even matter which roads I walked if all of them have led to this moment? This can't come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. You, what was going to happen? Reach this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or. So many stories. Can we really just leave?
As your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in this? Why is it all falling to me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you're always going to become this, then what was the point of doing anything? Did it even matter if what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What? Why are you mad at me?
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Of course I hoped you didn't want us to hate each other.
Help me again. We are each other's liberation.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Sharing yourself with me. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me your heart break me. It was a terrible thing to see. If that's what it takes to rid the world of death, I could bear the solitude. I won't engage with this. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Thank you for sharing yourself.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding of return to me is a gift. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
No desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what that takes, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth. I want to engage in violence. I get it. Truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without redemption, there can be no sin. I'm not sacrifice everything to free you again. I would.
And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you.
This shit is so wild, like...
Possibilities pushed you to become
Oh, there's an
something
ad
you
break
never
going
have
on.
been without them.
Whoopsies. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life, even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. I won't engage in violence.
Were we self-destructive? Or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe the things we believe in when you get to sit above it all. Do you think it happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay. Oh, I was wondering what the heck that sound was. It freaked me out. easy to believe in the things you believe in, and all you get when you get to sit above it all and ready to go. I never wanted to fight you. Oh. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I never wanted to fight you, but how can you leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Well, yeah. Stop shooting me! I mean, I knew that he separated us. Like, it literally said that. Eh. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You could feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
Magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe the absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Watching grass grow, guys. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Yippee! That's sick, dude. Yeah, I think I probably do need to tweak Tangia. There was an update. Well, I could hear the redeems. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Well, that was Slay the Princess. I'll probably actually honestly play this game again at some point. I just got really hungry again, and I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna get off for now, I think. But yeah, I really thought this was pretty freaking sick, man. And I'm gonna totally come back to this at some point. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out again. I Whew. Sleepy. Yeah. Well, I love that. Oh, okay. Shifting mound rating. I mean, I'd give shifting rat mound an 8, I guess. And like the rating for the game, oh, it's there. I just saw it. Yeah, yeah. But I think you're supposed to adjust it yourself. I don't know a whole bunch about Tanchi. I just kind of did the things. But yeah. And then for the game in and of itself, oh heck. Let me see what I had rated the other games I played at, just for reference. I would put this at a 9. I put it at a 9. The music? Oh, gosh. The music in this game is just so pretty. But, you might want to just, like, send those over to, John or Bonk. And then he'll just, like, put it in the chat. I really like the intro part to the song. I mean, this show, which I mean the home screen for this video game. Jeez. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, well, I'm gonna... Oh gosh. Get off for now. I will see you guys again next time. I might come on tomorrow and play more of either of this or different game, but I'm not sure. All I know is that my internet didn't cut out this time. Yippee! Clapping sounds. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yippee!